Hey guys, so today we're going to be talking about linear regression. This is the part 2 video. If you did not watch part 1 yet, please go watch that first and then come back to this video because you're going to have no idea where we got these numbers, where we did it in part 1. So in part 1, we put all this information into our calculator, and the calculator gave us y equals ax plus b, gave us our a value, b value, and our r value. Those are the three most important parts that you need for linear regression. So the first question that they're going to ask you is to write an equation. So they gave us all these values, now we must do something with it. So what we're going to do for the first part is that we are going to round to the nearest hundredth. So that is 2 decimal places. So what I'm going to do is for my a value, we go 2 decimal places, 1, 2. To figure out what we're rounding, we need to look at the third one. If this number is 5 or greater, we change this number into a 5. If this number is less than 5, we keep it as a 4. Since it is a 6, that means we must round it up and change it to a 5. So my equation is going to be y equals negative 0.75 x plus, we do the same thing, 2 decimal places, so 1, 2. Look at the third one, it's a 1, so that's less than 5, so we're going to keep this a 5. So this will be 141.35. So that is my equation, or my linear regression equation. The second thing they're going to ask you is to state your correlation coefficient. That is your R value. Let's now round to the nearest tenth. Tenth means 1 decimal place. So I go to my 1 decimal place, I look at my next one. Since this number is less than 5, that means I do not change my 7. So my correlation coefficient is going to be R equals 0.7. And now the last question they're going to ask you is to explain this correlation coefficient in the context of the problem. So in order to explain it, you need 3 different things. The first thing is positive or negative. So I look at 0.7, that's a positive number. So it is going to be a positive. After that, you need to determine whether it is strong or weak. So in order to determine this, do not care about the positive or negative. You are just going to look at the number, 0.7. Is that greater than 8 or is that less than 8? Since 0.7 is less than 0.8, that means it's going to be weak. If it's greater than 0.8, that means it is going to be strong. So now we're going to have a positive, weak correlation. And then this is the last part. You need to say between what? What are we comparing in this problem? In this problem, we're comparing math and English. So you say positive, weak correlation between math and English. And those are the 3 different types of questions that they can ask you. So please let us know if you have any questions.